Hey you guys, this is Rita with Restyle Renewed, and I'm just coming on super quick to show you how I do my measuring. So this is a transfer I'm putting on, and I'll just tell you what I did. I can't see the screen, but this is what I did. So right here is where I did my measuring from here to here and from here to here to center this. And so what I did was, so I know where to go, I just marked right here, and then marked right here, and I pressed so that underneath I can see my lines. So that's where I know to put the transfer. I'm going to use the markings where I marked, and I'm going to line it up that way. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so that's how I know where I'm going to go, because I want to center this piece here. So now I just have to get those tips lined up with my marks. If you press hard enough, you can see it's just the light coming in. So there's that one, and trying to look. Okay, there is that one, and I think I'm gonna go up a bit. Let me just make sure I'm lined up here. Looks like I need to come down a pinch. And let's move this down for now. I'm not quite ready for that. So can you see how I'm lining up here? I'm lining up with my markings. It's the light coming in the window. It's hard for me to see. Where's my mark? It's hard for me to see. I think I'm on there now, almost just right there. So this is centered right from, so I'm centering from here to here on both sides, and I measured. And then I just press with my pen, and it left me the mark so I can make sure I get it right. Lori, I sell them. They're in my store. Should be the website there on my Facebook page. I sell all the transfers. So the one I'm using right now, you've got tons and tons of options for transfers. This one is, this one I'm using is the steampunk. It's going to be amazing. So this one is, I'll show you guys, all sorts of gears, and this is the steampunk. So I wanted to do something really different, and that's what this one is. So it's all in my store, restyledrenewed.com. Whoops. This is one of my old sticks. Don't worry, when you get a transfer, you'll have a fresh new stick. Every transfer comes with a rubbing stick. So this is going to be, this is the same dresser, you guys. Remember I showed you how to do dry brushing. This is the one that has the dry brushing of the metal paint. And then the very top, remember I showed you, this is the one that has the flowers. Here, let me see if I can take this up a little bit. Look, it's the very top of there. See? That's the rose and rouge. This is the one that has the rose and rouge transfer flowers at the very top. So this is going to be flowers and steampunk. And I thought that was a really cool thing to do with this dry brushing look with the metal paint. Because if you look right here, I don't know if you can tell, but this is all, they've made the transfer so it looks kind of patina. See right here? See how it looks like patina? And I might still do some patina. So just pull back slow and check before you take that off. And And I always let my paint sit for a couple days before I put a transfer on. This has now been on here quite a while. And so the other piece I'm going to add is going to be right below, and this is going to be, this is where I have to center my next piece. So this is my starting point for the front of the dresser. See how see some of this is going to be really shimmery. It's going to, how they've done the patina on these transfers is amazing. And remember what I said the other day, when you're done, you need to make sure you go over everything with your fingers. And a little dry cloth, and make sure that you press everything down. I'm trying to hurry because I actually have my grandkids here, and one is watching TV and one is napping. And I'm trying to quickly get this done before they start calling me. So if you hear, Grandma, it's the grandbabies. Oh, thanks, Lori. Yeah, they're great. They are amazing transfers. There's so many now that Prima has come out with. Tons of flower ones, and then this is one of the brand new ones, is the steampunk. There's maps. I've just ordered some more of the map ones. They're coming. There's just such a huge variety now of transfers available. And this one, I don't know, I haven't seen this one really being used very much. It's kind of different, and that's why I wanted to use it, was because it's kind of different, and I like to do really unique things with my furniture pieces, you know. So just peel back and check. I think this one's going to be so cool. You can see it's on the plastic, so you've got to just keep rubbing until that comes off. That's why you want to take your time and just check. That one, I think that one just folded. That's okay. If you don't go slow, there's a chance they're gonna. See, look at that, you guys. See how it's patina looking? It's so cool. I mean, this is the kind of, for this transfer, this is the kind of transfer that you can then add patina if you want to, you know, add rust and patina to your furniture and make it so it has that look. And there you go. Look at that. Let me take it up a little bit. Oh, I love that. So cool. Okay, let's try it now. Now, the tricky to have to make sure I need to get this one centered right underneath this one. And I wanted to do this to show you guys too how I do my, you know, you're going to need to cut there. Sometimes there's a nice little gap between your drawers. Like right here, this is a great gap right here for cutting. There's enough here, but I can tell right here I'm going to have a problem. So I need to figure this out here. I would like to do it so that this, let's see, can you guys see? Okay, so I want to see if I would like to be able to fit this bottom part here on the drawer. So I need to actually, okay, you just have to really, you have to just take it off and do it, because I do have my marking here. This is my marking. So let's just press this. And then I'm going to come back with a cloth and go over it with a dry cloth to make sure everything is laying down. So what I have to do now is I have to try and match this up. With that up there. And I'm just going to do my best. I'm just going to kind of guess and do my best here with the marking up there. It's kind of, I'm usually pretty good at ballpark measuring. Let's see, right there and right there is that little line. Let's maybe scoot it over a tad bit and see before I press. So I'm following right here, I'm coming down, and right here, I might need to go over a pinch, see if I can. Sometimes you lay it down and you can't lift it up. Okay, and does it look even at the top? You just have to play around and hope for the best. Let me stand back here and look. Okay, I think that's good. I think that's good. So then what I'm going to do is, so this is now going to go on, and right here, see, this is where I have to cut. So I'm going to take, you want to make sure you've got a good sharp X-Acto knife. This one's got something on it. Hopefully I don't cut myself live. Just kind of press it, there, and then you want to make sure you have got some blue tape ready, because when you start cutting, it's going to be loose, right? So have your blue tape ready to go. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually cut here first. So there's my drawer space, my gap there, and that is where I'm going to cut. And don't worry, you don't have to be exactly even. And if you wanted to cut higher, like if I wanted to cut at the very top so that I could fold this in, that of course is an option too. Right? What I could have done is I could have taken my knife and started at the very top there. And then that kind of helps you fold it in a bit there, if you know what I mean. So then you just want to tape, because I'm not quite ready. I'm not quite ready yet, so I'm not quite, let's see, can you see the bottom there? I'm not quite the very bottom of this drawer, but that's okay. And then right here, I think I'm just going to try rubbing and see if I can rub this without cutting that. Oh no, I have to cut it, because that's the opening of the drawer. This drawer is going to open, so I have to cut it. Duh. So I'm just going to cut right here. If this wasn't an opening, you wouldn't have to, you would just press it, but because this has to open here, it is kind of tricky. This drawer is really tight here, so that makes it harder to cut. Anyways, I just want to show you a way that I do it, and maybe other people do it differently, but this is how I do it. So If you guys are interested in trying a transfer, there's tons and tons of different transfers now. They are all in my store, restyledrenewed.com. So I'm just going to tape this part here because this is now loose. Tons of variety. Let's see if I can start this going. Let's see, can you see? Because the sun, oh yeah, the sun is just glare. Sorry, the sun is glaring in. I wonder if I switch sides, if you can see better. I don't know if that's going to make any difference. Oh, and there goes that stick. Don't worry, you guys. It's just, I'm really rough with my sticks. So then right here, you're going to come in afterwards and just press that in there. And it's good to try and get the edges first if you can. This is the very bottom here. If you can get that area first, it kind of helps. Here's the top of the bug, his head. Let's get him on first. See, the bottom is now on. And then I'm just going to go and rub the rest of this. I can't see the phone, but if you guys have questions, I'll get back to you. It's hard for me to see. So let's look now. Nope. You see how it's still sticking there? It's got to come off the plastic. Okay, it's done there. Looking good. Oh yeah. This is going to be amazing. And I'll show you guys what I might add to this. Oh, where are they? So what I'm going to do too is, so this is some of the rest of it. I'm going to cut all these pieces out. So it's all sorts of gears, and I'm going to cut all this. That's another good reason why I like this kind of transfer, is because you can cut it out, right, and place it wherever you want. It's not going to, I didn't want my pattern to be this whole transfer like this. So that's another good reason why I like these kind of transfers, that you can just cut out and you can put the design wherever you want to put it. It helps if you can get air. Can you guys see how that got air? And now it's easier. That makes a difference in them going on. Once they get some air underneath there, it's easier for them to come off. Right here, it needs some more. See that? Okay, so this little guy over here needs some help. Sometimes it's a lot. It's super quick rubbing, and other times it just takes longer. But this patina on here is, oops. It's going really well with the metallic paint on here. This one's giving me a workout. I don't know why. Some of them are easy and some of them just take more rubbing. So I've got a lot more to do still with this dresser. Where's those other ones? This one up here. Okay, I don't want everything falling on me. This, I might add this somehow to it. Look at that, you guys. Isn't that incredible? April, yep. Yep. So hopefully I can somehow incorporate the metal, that one in here too. Not sure yet. Don't know how I'm going to mix it all up. And I still have some more flowers to add. Okay, this might be done. Let's see how I did with my measurements. So once this is on here, once your transfer's on, just make sure you go over it all with your fingers. You want to press everything down with a soft cloth too. And then as soon as you know everything is on, you can just seal it right away. As soon as you have gone and made sure everything is pressed down. So you can see there was a little bit standing up there. So you just go around and, is my cloth here? There. Go around and just make sure everything is lying flat. So see right here, there's wrinkles. So if you don't lie everything down flat, whoops, that came up. What happens is, if it's not all lying flat, what happens is your sealer is could go underneath, right, and lift it back up. So that's why I like to go afterwards and make sure everything is lying flat. I can see there were some bubbles right there and right there. Look at that patina look right there, you guys. It's so cool. So that looks pretty good there. And then before I seal, I'll go over with my cloth. Any questions? Okay, I don't think so. Looks like some of this has already done it by itself. Whoops. That was not ready to be pulled back. So you're going to have to go in and tuck two here. I'm going to have to come back and tuck that in. So just try to tuck it in if you can, right? And then this drawer here, if you're doing in between drawers like I am, when it comes time to pull this out, pull it out really slow to make sure you're not going to yank anything down. So take your time and pull that out slowly so that you can kind of check this area here. This one is, Gina, this is the steampunk. It's a very unique, different transfer. This is part of it here. It's 2 long sheets, and it's gears and cogs and that skeleton thingy-mabob. So very different, very unique. They've made it look like, so it's got patina. It's really, really cool. And this is the same dresser that I was showing everyone the other day. Remember, the top is the flowers, and then this is all metallic paint with gray, the dry brushing. So I thought, ooh, that steampunk transfer is the perfect one to put on this dresser. And the top of the dresser is the flowers. Remember, it's the rose and rouge flowers. So this is going to be a really different dresser. See how long it takes to sell. It's kind of different, but that's what I like to do. I just want my pieces to be different. So I've got lots more to do still on here. I'll show you what I'm going to do with the stencil. Whoops. Okay, so I can remove this now. And even right here, see how that looks? They've made this look like it's been rusted. It's amazing. Patina and rust right there. And then all this script here, all this writing. Look at that. That is so cool. Oh, that needs to come off still. So just make sure you double check before you start pulling, you know, that it's actually coming off the plastic. Look at that. Look, you guys, look at that. Look how cool that looks. So, and then the rest of it, like I showed you, I'm going to be cutting this. So look at this piece right here. Look how patina that is. So I'm going to cut all this apart, and I'm going to place it kind of here and there. I have to figure out my design still. So there's still lots to do here. And I probably will use 2 transfers for this because I want this pretty full of the steampunk. And for the steampunk, in each case is 2 of those long sheets. So take a look at the measurements and just figure out, you know, how much you need. And I've got 2 sides here, the 2 sides of the dressers I also want to do something with. So I haven't decided. I found this incredible stencil. I'll show you guys. Where is it? Incredible stencil. And I can use that too to add to the sides instead of using the transfer. But I also have, this is the other one I might be using. Isn't that incredible? So I might be adding that one too somehow. So right here we've got issues here, so I just got to press more to get that off. Whoops. And they've made this lantern here look kind of patina too. And this would be actually a good place if you know how to rust and patina. Right here would be a good place to have rust and patina dripping down, especially right on this lantern here. I might do that actually. I might do my rust and patina coming down this lantern. I don't know. We'll see. Modern Masters makes some amazing rusting and patina. It's very, very easy to use. You do have to be careful though, because if you're hitting your furniture with these, it's going to mark it up. I should grab that stencil to show you guys what I'm going to do. Kind of give you, whoops. I don't know if you guys are still there. Don't know. So you want to make sure you put your transfers on before you seal, right? You don't want to seal your piece and then put on a transfer. Look at that, you guys. It's so cool. I mean, it really does look like rust and patina. Let's try to get some air in here. Oh. Okay, let me find the stencils I'm going to do and show you guys. Oh, here it is. And then I want to show you the wax I'm going to do. Look at this. Look at this. It's the perfect stencil. It's exactly like the transfer with these gears. So in some areas, maybe on the side of the dresser, I'm gonna use this stencil, and I'm going to apply this amazing. This is the perfect color. Look at that. Look how it matches. This is wax, and it matches this metallic paint perfectly. So I'm going to use the wax and use that on the stencil. I think it's going to be very cool. So let's finish up here. I think I'm almost done. So there's just so many things that you can do with furniture, right? Instead of just paint. So all this stuff, this amazing wax is called iced espresso. It's cool. Hopefully this encourages some of you to try this transfer. It's different. It's a very different transfer. But I don't know. I just think it's good to do different things. A lot of people like that steampunk look. Okay, any questions? Oh, wait, is that a question? Oh, no, I already saw that. Okay, almost done. Right here, this little bug needs a little bit more pressing. So I'm just going to cut out the rest of the transfer and place it here and there on the drawers. And I'm just going to pan the camera up there and show you guys what I mean about the bubbling. I can see I need to take my fingers up there and press more on the flower transfer. There. Look at that. Let me see. Look at that, you guys. Look at that coloring here. Isn't that cool? So it looks kind of patina. And remember, you're going to want to go in afterwards and press all over. Lay everything down with your fingers. And I'll come over everything still with a soft cloth. See, I've got to tuck it in right there still. So sometimes this works and sometimes there's not enough of a gap. So I'll get a knife and I will press that with a knife just from the kitchen, just a kitchen knife. And I'll tuck that all in before I open the drawers. So you can see right here, see how there's wrinkling? So just press best you can. And then with a cloth. So I wanted to show you up there. Thanks. Thank you very much. So see up here? See right there? Can you tell? See right there? It's bubbling. Right there and right there it's bubbling. So I have to go in and just press it with my fingers like this and smooth it all out before I seal it. So yes, I really like this transfer. It's different, but I think it's going to be cool. With the whole top of this dresser is flowers, and I think the combination of what's happening in the colors of those, see those flowers up there, the colors of the flowers there and the steampunk, it's really different. But I like doing really different things, so I think it's gonna be cool. Anyways, I wanted to show you guys how to do that and how to do between drawers. And that's how you do it. So thanks you guys, and I will come back and show you how to do the waxing. I'm actually going to put wax on these stencils here. So I'll show you how to do that. Thanks so much for joining me.